Forget your diet, Buttercream Bakeshop is serving up inspired baked goods beyond your wildest dreams.
Plus, it's equal parts indoor gridiron and on-field spectacle. We're taking you to training with DC's arena football team, the Washington Valor.
Those stories coming up. The news rundown is straight ahead. We Are Washington starts now.
Welcome to We Are Washington. Cookies, cakes, and confections beyond your wildest dreams. That was the goal of two female entrepreneurs who have turned that dream into the hottest sweet spot in town, Buttercream Bakeshop. We'll take you there coming up.
And later, meet the team that's giving Washington football fans even more reason to cheer as professional arena football is back in D.C. We'll catch up with the Washington Valor at practice to find out what makes this team one of the best shows in town. All that's coming up, but first, let's get to the news rundown.
Renovations are underway at the historic Thaddeus Stevens Elementary School in Northwest. Originally constructed in 1868, Stevens was one of the first D.C. public schools built for African American children. It will be transformed into an early childhood education center with pre-K classes and a childcare center for infants and toddlers.
We're actually following a very successful federal model. That is to look to government buildings, help with the build out of the facilities, thereby reducing the cost of starting a child care facility. And those savings are passed on to parents.
It all starts here for these kids who are going to be coming into the school. And I can't remember the names of my college professors. I can't remember most of my teachers in high school. I can tell you about every teacher I had at Stevens School.
Stevens School is set to open in 2020. Among D.C. alums of the historic school, former council member Charlene Drew Jarvis and her father, renowned medical researcher Dr. Charles Drew.
Mayor Bowser helped break ground on a $34 million affordable housing project in Ward 6. Liberty Place Apartments will include 71 affordable units with 14 designated for those experiencing homelessness and 7 units for veterans. The project is a result of a partnership between the D.C. government and Mount Carmel Baptist Church.
Liberty Place is an example of what we can accomplish when everybody shares in the vision of creating more affordable housing. With this project, we have a church who recognized the value of donating land in one of the hottest neighborhoods in the District of Columbia. And for that act, we are tremendously grateful.
A new development in Southeast aims to support the healthy development of children and their families.
The Commons at Stanton Square will provide a range of community programs, including early childhood education, nutrition planning, and parental support. The 57,000 square foot education campus houses Martha's Table and Community of Hope, with a mission to provide a seamless set of services for children and families to achieve positive outcomes.
I've been involved in this project for over 6 years, and it's really quite emotional for me to be at a point where this vision has actually become reality here today. So Community of Hope is proud and pleased to be an anchor partner here at the Commons with our shared goal of helping all children and families to thrive.
Petworth residents now have a retreat from their busy lives right in the heart of Ward 4. Mayor Bowser cut the ribbon on the Petworth Meditation Garden at Kansas Avenue and Quincy Street Northwest. The triangle-shaped park includes seating for quiet reflection and a drinking fountain for people and pets. It's the government's first meditation garden.
DC's premier LGBTQ performing artists came together for District of Pride at the Lincoln Theater.
I apologize for not thinking about this 4 years ago, but this is the standard we're setting. This is an amazing presentation of LGBTQ talent at a high-level venue. And quite frankly, this talent deserves this level venue. Am I right? Thank you.
The free event was hosted by Pretty Ricky and featured performances by the Love Gospel Choir, Pretty Boy Drag, and Boom Scat, just to name a few.
From finding love after 60 to closing the digital divide, the mayor's 6th annual senior symposium was all about healthy aging. Over 900 seniors gathered for a full day of workshops, speakers, and performances aimed at encouraging an active and healthy lifestyle for seniors. The free event was hosted by the DC Office on Aging. To learn more about their programs, visit dcoa.dc.gov.
Phyllis M. Jordan has been crowned Miss Senior DC for 2018. The Miss Senior DC pageant is held each year to select the woman aged 60 and older who will represent the district in the Miss Senior America pageant. Contestants are judged on their elegance, poise, and style during their interview.
These women have really opened the door for all of us to say, no matter who you are, you can be that person, and let's concentrate on living well and being proud of our community. And I really, when I think about why I choose to make DC my home, these women are the reason why.
The 17th annual Morris and Gwendolyn Kayfetz Awards recognizes outstanding performance by the unsung heroes in DC government. 5
employees from a diverse array of district agencies, including a commander with the Metropolitan Police Department and a community garden specialist, were honored for their exceptional public service. Each year, 5 individual winners receive a $7,500 cash prize, and a winning team receives a $15,000 cash prize. But the winners say it's really the recognition from the public that means the most to them.
Well, I'd just like to begin by thanking all 33,000 DC government employees for their unshakable commitment and enduring dedication to the residents of Washington, DC.
I would like to empower each of you to live in service. Live in service. Don't just make a living, make a difference.
This has been a great opportunity, a great experience. I'm truly grateful for having the chance to do the work that I do. But I couldn't do it without the amazing co-workers at DC Parks and Rec and the passionate community advocates.
Richard Wright Public Charter School for Journalism and Media Arts held its 7th annual Black Tie Gala. The fundraiser was hosted by 3-time Grammy-nominated artist Raheem DeVaughn. Director Angie Gates was among those honored at the gala for her pioneering leadership here at the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment.
I want to thank Richard Wright Public Charter School. I was so amazed when I walked the halls of that school and looked at the various talents of the students. If only I knew in high school what they're learning today, I think I would be that much further along.
Okay, plenty to cover this week for the news recap. Cecily, what's first up?
Well, we have big news here. One of our shows, the 202, received an Emmy. So that is kind of amazing news for, especially for a government agency. It's actually historic. So we're very proud of our colleagues over there at the 202.
Absolutely, tremendous achievement. Very proud. It's very exciting. And if you want to see the 202, you can catch that Emmy Award-winning episode with Belle Biv DeVoe on YouTube. You search Entertain DC, just like you would. What we tell you to do with our show at the end of the show, but also you can see the 202 Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. right here on DCN.
Yeah,
so
check it out,
exciting.
definitely.
Second, I want to get to the Senior Symposium. This event was interesting. I know one of the things that they talked about there was bridging the digital divide. And I've been to events in the past with the Office on Aging and talked with the seniors. And this is really an event or a focus that they enjoy, because when seniors are able to build those skills on sending emails or using tablets, smartphones, using apps, the things that a lot of people kind of take for granted in technology and being able to use every day, it's exciting because they can reach children who don't call them as often as they want them to. See pictures of the grandkids.
Technology can be life-changing
Really,
for seniors and really important. So it's so great that the Office on Aging is providing that. Also, the Meditation Garden is very exciting. The first one in DC by DC government. And what I like about this is we're starting to hear a lot more about how important it is to not be too stressed out. And that can have serious consequences for people's health. So it's nice that the city is committed to offering a space, a little retreat within the city to go and turn off your phone
Yes.
and breathe a little
Yep.
and kind of relax.
It truly is a unique space, especially under the purview of the Department of Parks and Recreation here in the city. And you know, one of the things that I'm glad that they took into consideration was pets.
Exactly.
Pets
Bring
who
your
would be
dog
there.
because that's a part of relaxing for many people.
That's right. Okay, well, still plenty more to come. But coming up, we'll show you why Buttercream Bakeshop is the new go-to spot in DC for decadent and inspired treats.
And later in the show, we hit the practice field training with DC's arena football team, the Washington Valor. Stay with us. Welcome back to We Are Washington. I'm here at Buttercream Bakeshop, and joining me is Alex Mudry-Till. She is the lead decorator and partner here at Buttercream. Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for coming.
Everybody is talking about this place because you have delectable and outrageous treats, so we're going to get into all of that. But tell me a little bit about Buttercream.
Well, Buttercream was my dream along with Tiffany McIsaac. We worked together for years making pastries and cakes and wedding cakes and things, and we decided that this was something that we wanted to make a reality. The dream of exploring different design techniques and having a little bit more of an open menu and figuring out, you know, what were the things that we found the most fun, the most exciting to do. Why can't we just do that every day?
And Alex, it seems like with social media, particularly Instagram, you see a lot of food, a lot of bakery, and I can see how that must play into expectations from customers, because it seems like people want more creative and things that, you know, you wouldn't normally see in a traditional bakery.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, Instagram has been so wonderful for us because especially when we were just starting out, it was a great way to experiment and see, you know, obviously kind of test the water, see what, you know, customers were interested, what people got excited about.
And I know that you kind of specialize in wedding cakes, and that seems really fun. I mean, tell me what it's like to meet with couples about their wedding cake, which to me is really the most important part of a wedding.
Of course, yes. I mean, everybody comes for the cake, right? So it's a really wonderful process, you know, finding what the clients are interested in, what details are important to them that they want to pull into their cake to make it special for their big day. And then of course there's the tasting, which is everybody's favorite part.
Do you ever get couples that might be just wanting to taste cakes and not necessarily buy cakes?
We get lots of requests for just tastings all the time, whether it's just a birthday cake or just because they're like, I'm free on a Friday, can I have a tasting?
Why not just go around and taste some cakes?
Of course.
Yes.
We've done some really over-the-top cakes, you know, 5, 6, 7 tiers tall with covered in sugar flowers, hundreds of sugar flowers, and those are always really fun. But then you also get the kind of funky, different cakes. For instance, we did a Beyonce cake, a Beyonce bubble cake, and we posted it and people went nuts for it, and now it's actually something that's on our menu, and it's just a simple, funky little picture of Beyonce blowing a little gelatin bubble.
And everybody has to have one.
everybody has
yes,
one.
Of course.
Of course.
Now everybody wants a Beyonce cake.
Yes.
Yes. Aside from cakes, I know you guys have so many amazing treats, and as we talked about before, I know the Cinnascone is particularly popular, and you said this was one of the first signature kind of items that became pretty popular pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was one of the ones that we started out with when we opened the shop, and it went like gangbusters. And it's definitely still one of our trademark items. It's a scone dough that we roll with cinnamon roll filling and glaze with the cinnamon glaze, and it's just everything you want it to be, and it's so delicious.
You can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong
Anytime
with
when you're glazing dough,
and then filling it with something else.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I know we are going to have the very special treat of going a little behind the scenes and taking a look at one of your other very popular items. So let's go take a look.
All right. These are our birthday cake cream puffs.
The birthday cake cream puff, right? All right. Fantastic. I wanted to mention Tiffany McIsaac, who we saw in that piece, one of the owners, recently won a Rammy, the restaurant awards here in DC. So she is Pastry Chef of the Year for 2018. And I don't think you'd be surprised after seeing that piece that
I was going to say, I absolutely believe it. You did bring back some of it was the birthday cream puff, what we saw at the end of the piece.
After I ate one in the car, I brought a few home also, yes.
Well, thank you for bringing some back. Yeah, that was great. And I can understand why they won an award. If I could give them an award, I would do the same. They were tremendous, like nothing I've ever had before.
Wow.
Yes,
that's a
absolutely. Really was.
Pretty good endorsement right there.
It really was, yeah, absolutely. Yep, and you know, one of the other things that I noticed that they do really, really well, and you guys discussed it in the piece as well, is the social media aspect of what they do at Buttercream. And you know, we eat with our eyes first, and they really take that idea and they run with it, because what they do with their social media, you know, all of the pictures they have and the way that they present these treats that they have there it's really special, and it's important, I guess, that people see it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that bakeries and restaurants have to be so much more engaged, and because there are a lot of people out there who like to look at food, and you know, when you look at Instagram, there are a lot of different food items. So so it's great to see how they're using that to really connect with their customers and really take it to the next level as far as what they're doing, which is, some of the stuff is pretty wild, and but all very tasty.
All very tasty, absolutely. Plenty more ahead as We Are Washington continues. It's equal parts football and spectacle. We're bringing you inside training with DC's arena football team, the Washington Valor. Welcome back to We Are Washington. I'm excited to be joined today by Dean Kokinos, who's the head coach of the Washington Valor. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right, so we had a chance to watch practice a little bit today, and you know, arena football, what strikes me about arena football is that it's intense, there's a lot of speed to it, and the show is just incredible.
It kind of matches the city, you know, it's fast-paced, it's exciting, a lot going on. That's our game. It's, you know, it's like hockey, basketball, football, all rolled into one. You know, we play in the arena with boards and walls. Your camera guy got a good look at what it looks like coming over the wall today, but it's exactly that. It's really fan-friendly. It's an exciting sport.
I remember before it started, there was a lot of hype around, we're getting arena football in DC. The team didn't know what it would be like. The fans didn't know what it would be like. Your thoughts about this city sort of embracing the Washington Valor in its first season?
Coming in, you always knew that the DMV area is a big sports base, you know, really fanatical about their sports. I didn't realize how much passion there was for football. You know, they love football here, and it was pretty exciting when we first got in and got to launch a product here in the game. And really our first year was building a franchise, building a base or blocks, and really educating everybody on the game, from the organization to the fans to the media, even some of the players. You know, so it's a new product, it's a new game, it's an indoor game. There's a lot of variables to it. So, you know, going now second year, we have a good base. You know, we're a better understanding of what this game's about, and you know, I think right now it's about putting a great product on the field for our fans to enjoy that fast-paced game.
You got one shot at this thing now. That's it. Tomorrow's a big day. It ain't a relaxed day. We're gonna peel it off. Let's lock it in mentally, all right? Laser focus.
You get to face your opponents multiple times throughout the season. What are some of the challenges behind seeing the team so many times during the season, and what are some of the advantages to being able to do that?
It's good and bad. You know, you play a team 4 times, or you know, possibly more. It's you get to know their tendencies. You get to know the players. Our game's 8-on-8, so it's more personal. It's more matchups, more one-on-one. So it's more about the guy against you. And you really get a good beat or good reads. No surprises either side. So I think for us, it's keeping it fresh. We're very multifaceted as an offense and a defense. We have a lot of skilled players, a lot of flexibility, and for us, it's always about changing our identity and being able to do more than one thing. And I think a lot of the other teams get stuck in, you know, arena ball one way. And I think for us, you know, we want to have a bigger scope of how we want to play the game. So every week you play us, you might see a different attack on offense or a different type of defense. So that's kind of our focus on it, is just, you know, be different every week, understand who you're playing, and adjust accordingly.
What is it that the fan who's sitting in the arena sees when they come out to see an arena football game, from that perspective?
I think one thing our sport offers that other sports cannot at the pro level is fan interaction. There is no other sport like in the world where you're so close to the game. Before the game, you're down the field, literally on the field, almost on the wall, talking to the players, to the coaches, officials when the game starts. You're part of the game. You essentially become part of our team. It's pretty cool. So, and after the game, you get to spend some time with us on the field, and on occasion we'll bring you into the locker room. So I think the fan interaction and really the sense that you're part of our team. We are a community-based sport. I think that's no other sport offers that.
What's your sense of where the league is headed and what it's going to be like, maybe say here, not just here in DC, but arena football in general over the next decade or so?
Where we are now is the best place it's ever been, with now Monumental Sports Entertainment taking the lead, and Ted and Roger Modi. The future is so bright. We now are refocusing, reshaping the league, the model, and it's never been like this ever. The plan to grow a league now, a healthy league, I think that's the exciting part, and that's why I'm here. I think that's why we're all here.
1, 2, 3, that's a wrap. That's it. All right, one last thing today. Continuing talking about the Washington Valor, we mentioned that they're entertainers and that part of what they do is not just scoring touchdowns and returning kicks on the field, but they're entertainers and they take this job seriously. That's really a big part of arena football. So while we were there and taking in practice and talking with everybody, I turned around at one point and a couple of the defensive line players had taken the microphone and had started a show of their own.
Oh, okay.
And it actually wasn't too bad. They did a pretty good job. We have that video, and here's a look at the show that they put together.
I'm Reggie Wilson.
I'm Brandon Cecily.
Okay, so Philadelphia, the defending champion, and you guys are going on the road. Last week you lost a very close game against Baltimore. About 5 points. So how you think the morale of the team right now is feeling right now?
We're very laser focused. We got the Latin laser with us, man. Come on now.
So also I heard the defensive guys, let you guys a little beating yourself up. Felt like you couldn't get the stops you needed to help you guys overcome the 5-point lead. So how do you think you guys have been practicing this week on defense to be able to try to overcome the adversity of how last week without getting those stops?
Oh, just staying together. That's the main focus. Just staying together, being a family, and actually going back to the drawing boards and being very humble.
All right, you heard it here first now. Back to you in the studio. Thank you very much.
Validation. They even tossed it back to the studio.
What? I think we have some competition.
They're very good. I told you that they practice this sort of thing. It's not just about the...
They have a future in sportscasting,
it's
to
not
be sure.
just the X's and O's. I will say the one thing that they did struggle a little bit with, it was the cutting a promo at the end. They could use some improvement there. We do have that video as well of them trying to cut a promo.
We are Washington.
We are watching... What?
No. We are Washington on DCN.
We are Washington on DCN.
Yeah. We are Washington.
You should do it 1, 2, 3, and then.
Okay, all right. We are Washington on DCN.
We are watching on DCN.
Yes, sir.
We are watching on DCN.
That's right.
We are
Washington on DCN.
We are watching on Washington.
We are Washington on DCN.
I ain't good with this.
Oh, come on, let's go. You got it. You got it. Come on, one more time.
You are watching on.
We are Washington on DCN.
Okay.
We are Washington on DCN.
No problem. Washington on DC.
DCN.
We are Washington on DCN.
Yeah.
A for effort, right?
Well, I have to admit I struggle with promos too, so I feel for them.
Well, they look like they at least were having fun trying.
I think so.
They did a good job. But that is all the time that we have for today. We'd like to thank you for joining us and encourage you to check out more of our shows. Search YouTube, Entertain DC, and while you're there, hit subscribe.
See you next time.